Good afternoon. So it's getting warm, but at the same time, it's cool. So it's going in waves. Perfect time to prune and get your tropical fruit trees ready for the heat that is expected next week. And then after the 99, it goes down to like 70s. But I want to talk about though pruning. Now is really a good time to prune, and also during that process, when you prune, of course, specifically the store fruits, you remove all the fruits that eventually in turn will become fertilizers. So when the insects, the worms and roly-polies are getting drunk off of the fruits because it's fermented, once it breaks down during the summertime, it becomes nutrient for the trees. So today though, I want to talk about, I mean, right now it's just, I just focus on the bottom. It's just a mere 84 degrees, okay? But it is getting slightly warm. So check it out. There's a couple of trees that I want to talk about. Well, 2 tropical fruit trees and a grass. Here. All right. I don't know if the camera can capture it from that angle, but it is 5:10 right now. See the mangoes here? Full shade. Generally 3 o'clock, this strip of plot, full shade. These guys definitely appreciate the shade, especially when we get to like the 110. So that is because partly the Inga, first tree that I want to talk about, the ice cream bean. See the little fluffy cotton thingies? Those are flowers, okay? You can't see it from this angle, but just like the mangoes here, buzzing with insect activities, the Inga, the ice cream bean, is mostly pollinated by flies. So as the flowers pop, you'll see a bunch of, well, I'm sorry, I meant bees. It's pollinated mostly by bees. You'll see a lot of bee activity up there. Yeah, this is one of the best trees in the Central Valley. By looking at this, you wouldn't be able to tell that this is actually native to the Amazon rainforest. But this guy originates from smack right in the middle of the Amazon rainforest. Surprisingly handles a dry heat without any issues. Look at him. There's like no microclimate. It's doing great. I'm using him to provide protection to the other trees, the mangoes here. That's why these mangoes are just doing so well, thanks to the mother tree. In the summertime, it's just a big umbrella. Very much welcomed. Yeah, I'm telling you, okay, so look at my hand, okay? Shade, well, full sun, and then as I go in here, shade, thanks to the ice cream bean. So, now, I will say one neat thing about the ice cream bean, it is nitrogen fixing in that I technically don't ever have to fertilize it. In fact, the leaves that get dropped, all nutrient for the nearby trees. Like, look at how high the amount of mulch is. The dropped wood, the cut wood, and the leaves from the tree when I pruned it. It all gets put back here, get recycled, and again, nutrients become then available to the nearby trees. So that's ice cream bean. The other protector plant I want to talk about is, I don't know if you can see it from this angle. See those big old tall blades of grass? They're probably one of the tallest plants here in my neighborhood. But, oh yeah, It is strategically positioned up against the west facing wall. So that's west. So the reason why I've got it there is for a few things. The biggest one being wind protection, because for the most part we get the wind that blows from the Pacific Ocean from the west. So as it blows here, all the tropical fruit trees right behind it gets blocked thanks to the bamboo there. It essentially calms down the wind. It also, of course, just like the ice cream bean, come late afternoon, provides shade to everything behind it. And small but a big difference, it also provides frost protection to all the tropicals underneath its canopy. So let's take you to the backyard. You know, continuing on the ice cream bin just really quick. Like, check it out, okay? Prune him back heavily. And as a result, if you look around the ground, okay, like look at it. From a small little prune job, this is the amount of fertilizer. I mean, this is fertilizer that it's able to, give to the other trees. I mean, this will all be broken down into like nutritious stuff for the nearby trees. So now, for the ones that aren't familiar with the ice cream bean, okay, it produces these foot-long beans pods, and inside those bean pods are like the most delicious pulp. It tastes, I just imagine someone taking cotton ball, soaking it in like syrup. That's what it tastes like. It's very good. And of course, you probably can't tell. It's just so tall, but it is just loaded with flowers, many of which have not popped yet. That's why you don't see that fuzzy ball. So the bamboo, okay, part of the grass family. There's a misconception, well, there's some confusion with bamboo. There's two types of bamboo, running type and climbing. Climbing is what you want. Do not, under any circumstance, put a running variety bamboo in the ground. Your neighbors will not like you. The problem is you put a running bamboo in the ground, 2-3 houses down, you'll see a shoot coming out from the other side. Clumping, on the other hand, behaves a lot like banana, where it's basically confined to that proximity. So yeah. Now, that said though, you can train it somewhat. In fact, if you, the way that I've got it is, it's moving a bit towards the center of the yard, which I'm not wanting, so I will be training it to go back towards the fence just a bit. Just because it is fighting with, like the mango here, the white sapote here, and the Etamoya here. So when I say training it, it simply consists of me of cutting down the existing shoots and denying new shoots coming out, and therefore it forces it to go the other way. That's really it. But oh yeah, the bamboo, I mean, I cut this die down every year, and all the cut leaves, I mean, yeah, I mean, this is, it becomes mulch. So that's the bamboo there. The other, okay, this is off topic, but this is something you don't see every day. Ooh. Still good. This is how you know it's ripe. When it falls from the tree. There's a few up here. You know what? Let's pick it. So these two are like super ripe, okay, because it's so soft. But except this one, I'm gonna leave it on the countertop. One more. A bit hard, but it's okay. Leave it on the countertop. There you go, free food. Etamoyas. Huh, it looks like the chickens and the bugs got to this one. But anyway, going back to the topic of protective trees, just like the ice cream bean, okay, another big old tree, the Jamun, just like the Inga, crazy fast growing tropical fruit trees. This guy is just a little over 6 years old. Yeah, big old tree. I mean, I tried to prune him back, but I need to do a better job of pruning the other side. But oh yeah, produces these fruits that are about like size of a grape. Very distinctive. It's a very distinctive tropical fruit taste. Gets a bit messy if it lands on you. But besides that, very delicious. Now, unlike the ice cream bean though, this guy will take just about anything, especially the cold and the heat. Now, unlike the ice cream bean, he's pretty slow at producing fruits. You're talking maybe 5-6 years from a grafted tree. From a seed-grown tree, I would not recommend it. You certainly can, but here, this is the problem. All right, see the seedlings? Last year I ate the fruits, grew the seeds in here. It started growing, okay? You might be waiting like 25 years for this guy, for these to produce fruits. Unlike the Inga, you come here. Actually, if you come here, let's see if you can. All right, so check it out. Unlike the Inga, where the germination rate is practically 100%. Look at that. There's about, I say, maybe a dozen or so in there, in that little pot. This is actually a different variety. Yeah, these guys grow just so easy from seed, and that would actually be my recommendation, is grow them from seed. Yeah, look at them. Ice cream bean. So now, they can be a bit cold sensitive, okay? When young, this is what happens. Cold damage, even in a greenhouse. But don't throw it out. This is what you're gonna miss if you do. See that? New shoots are coming out. It's basically alive. It's bouncing back. That's actually precisely what happened with the, well, with that guy there. That's, I mean, that Inga right there died down like twice in 2 winters. It like died down to the roots. Made a good comeback. But yeah. So maybe one last tip. Notice I've got all 3 of them like towards the middle of my yard, okay? My recommendation, do not put them close to your property, your foundation of the house. This can be happen. This is why. This is a root from the Inga. So they could maybe mess up your foundation, okay? Just get away from your house. Now, the one in my front yard, I'm okay with it there, just because I do know, because of the streets to its left, the roots are not going to go there. Instead, there's plenty of roots near on the right side where, you know, my neighbor's lawn is, where my front yard is. That's where the roots would go, underneath the sidewalk. So that's why I'm comfortable putting it there. So yeah, that's really the gist of growing these protector trees. I mean, again, without these, my yard is gonna not be as nice as it is now. So, all right, have a good afternoon.